I don't know about Lathier. I'm pretty sure he's affected. I don't know if this was a affected from birth or affected recently thing.
Oh, Lather just gets like goosebumps up, like he's talking shit.
He's got that anime sneeze. Just... ADHD going. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. So, we ended our last session with Ganta putting up his dome, his
Portable kitchen.
his portable kitchen. So we are going to start our session in a short rest.
Yay.
That being said, I won't even make you roll for this. As all of you look around, you see Click Clack, who raged and then immediately treated the pile o' shit as her personal Scrooge McDuck bank vault, is curled up in the pile of shit, just taking a nap already. She is out like a goddamn light.
Nice. Is everybody in the dome, or is it just kind of like one of those, like, I popped the dome out, pop in, I said, let's have some oranges?
I'm gonna say the dome has popped up. We did not say that anyone entered the dome, so the dome has popped up, and we're...
Yep. Ganta
Right.
has to be in it, so Ganta's in it.
Yeah.
Is the recipe box still heavy?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tuck that away in my brain for now. Yep. So it's up to you guys. I'm getting the kitchen ready. I can't see anything that you guys are doing.
Giddy.
You said that was a short rest or a long?
Oh,
we are
we're in the midst of doing our short rest.
Okay.
Yeah. So dome popped, Ganta's inside, Click Clack's falling asleep. I can't see you. I'm
Lather's
ready in
just
the
gonna
kitchen.
look at his spellbook and see if he can learn anything else out of it.
I'm gonna head inside the dome, and I'm gonna be off in a little corner mixing the new paint that I got together to imbue my staff with this magical paint.
So, what are you planning to do with that? I know you have your temporary handicap, as do I. What exactly? How does this work?
Honestly, not exactly sure.
It's a beautiful staff, by the way. I never actually quite paid attention to it until now.
When I first went out adventuring, I would imbue magical staffs, and they just kept breaking. Apparently, wood and fire magic, not a great combo.
Fair.
Who would have thought? So I got an artificer to make this for me. I also got tired of carrying around paint supplies. They don't really work well with a lot of what I was doing. So I've never come across any more magical paint beyond what he originally made for me. So I'm just kind of seeing what happens here.
And that's the one that you found from Click Clack, right?
Yeah, that's the one that Click Clack gave me. I checked into the magic on it. There doesn't seem to be anything nefarious, which is kind of shocking for where we are, but yeah, I'm just trying to see how, like, if this will help out at all. I don't know what's going to happen, honestly.
Well, while I'm preparing, is there anything that you don't like? I'm gonna, since we're just taking a little bit of a break, kind of figured I would make some sweets for Click Clack. Is there anything particular that you don't like? Keep in mind, it is kind of limited. I can make things cold for you, but I am kind of limited. I don't have any milk. I don't have any yogurts or creams, but I can still make something.
I mean, to be fair, I've kind of survived it off roasted meat my entire life, so this is all new.
So maybe like a little charcuterie board of sliced meats and cheeses.
Ooh. What's a charcuterie board?
It's like the little. Is that Hero or is that John?
That's Hero. I know what a charcuterie board is.
Your voice dropped a little bit. I was like, is that John or is that Hero?
No, that's Hero. Sorry.
It's basically just think of it like a little party tray of little meats and cheeses and crackers. It would use all of my cheese reserves, but I'll gladly do it for you.
I mean, I'm fine with just a soup or something. It's like I said,
I can make you soup.
Animals on a stick. It's kind of the max out of my ability to provide food for myself.
Well, we do have a little bit of that rabbit, so I can dice it up and make you a little rabbit soup. Little chunks of some meat, a couple of veggies, a nice broth. I got plenty of broth.
I think I've seen enough dead rabbit for a day.
I'll take some of this ham that I have, dice it up for you.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'll go to the pantry. Is the stuff that I stored in the pantry from last time? It wasn't a lot, but like the generic herbs and mushrooms and stuff that we found earlier, are they still there in the pantry?
I believe I said before that this acts basically like a storage situation for specifically food items.
Okay, cool. So if for the audience, if there's like 7 shelves in the pantry, I have like half of one shelf with just assorted stuff. So definitely got to build this up. Right. So for the most part, I have your basic salt, pepper, cayenne, a little bit of garlic powder, plenty of broth mix, and in the little quote unquote cooler area, I have probably maybe half a pound of ham, half a pound of turkey, rabbit now. So I'll make I'll take a big pot out. And I'll kind of like flicking a match. I'll kick the furnace with fire and ignite the furnace. So it acts like a propane grill. It just needs that little spark. So I just kick it, kind of like kicking a jukebox to make it work. So I'll kick that, put a little bit of fire into it, and start the pot. And I just get to work on this broth.
Just for your understanding,
Norman is going to
Chad.
walk in at that point. My food senses are tingling.
Your food sense.
I love it.
What were we saying, DM?
Just for your understanding, Chad, the way I've envisioned this has the mechanics of the transportable hut, but think of it more like a door to your own personal pocket dimension.
Okay. I really don't think anything would change if that's the case.
Mechanically, no, but as far as like storage or being able to leave things or what things are going to do and how it interacts, it's more like your own personal pocket dimension.
Is it one of those where the Harlequin understands that if I were to leave a recipe book in here, it's not going to fall out of the dome?
The Harlequin would understand that. It would come down to whether or not Ganta trusts that it would work like that.
Okay, so Ganta wouldn't know. Okay.
He was not given an instruction manual. Harlequin was just kind of like, here you fucking go, have some fun.
Yeah, Ganta has no idea how long this dome even lasts.
That being said, Norvian's walking in with the food senses tingling.
Yeah.
Novian. Actually, just the person I wanted to see. You mentioned earlier that you could read these, and I'll show him the recipe box.
Yes, of course. If you're gonna
When-
make it, I can translate it.
I opened the box. You said there's like 15 recipe cards. Is there one that is standing out? Since this is the box that you said is starting to weigh heavy, is there a recipe that's kind of standing out or pulsing or anything? It just, the whole box just feels heavy.
Roll investigation, please.
Fuck, I'm still at disadvantage. 2 5s. 5.
Okay. 2 5s. I wonder what it's gonna be. The cards don't seem like anything's out of place.
Okay.
Apart from
And
the
for-
fact,
for-
I will say,
Well,
apart from
yeah.
the fact that they look like the older antique, this is obvious. This isn't fake. Like this is obviously, actually his grandmother's recipe box.
The heaviness that I felt, did it feel similar to the books, or was it just? Would I even know?
They, how much does Ganta know about arcane bullshit?
Aside from just overhearing conversations, probably not a lot. He's got a average intelligence, so maybe just slightly more so than a high schooler.
This feels more like a physical weight than a magical weight.
Okay. Novian.
Question for the DM real quick. I still have the fake hearse from last session, correct?
Correct. You do still believe you are a rogue.
I still have my bees.
I like how we're just still like, yeah, you're the main character in
Okay.
a fantasy novel, and this is just 50 Shades of Grey.
So, Norvian thinks he is the main character in a romance novel, while Ganta still looks like handsome Squidward.
Yep. Crown of Thorns. Let's go. Right. So, Novian, would you be so kind as to take these? I do have my own personal journal / recipe book. Would you mind transcribing these into here for me?
It would be my pleasure. And Norvian reaches out and grabs it, but grabs Ganta's hands under the box as well.
Right, mate. Here you go. Good job.
Forward.
Thank you. I'm get back to work. Right. Okay.
Just to hop in for 1 second, my brain went to the I don't like the sand. It's rough. Not like
I hate sand. It's so sandy. But you are not sandy, and that is why I love you.
So I'm gonna hold the box, and I'm gonna turn and try to do like a dramatic hair flip.
And it is almost like in one of those hair commercials where it is impossibly like perfect as it flips in this perfect arc. You can almost see the sparkles around Norvian's face.
While you're doing that, is it? I'm making a like a soup kind of snack for us. Is there anything particular that you don't like?
Anything you make will be fine.
All right, I'll get to work. Thank you. Can you pop also, Hero? Can you pop out and tell the other two, the other 4 that I've started?
Yes.
I do it myself, but I can't leave.
Yeah, that's fine. Let me go see what they're up to out there. Nate, I hate to have to ask this question because I feel like I'm not gonna like the answer. I'm gonna pop my head outside. What are you doing?
I'm reading my spellbook.
Oh, Azul?
I'm looking at the items I grabbed.
Oh, okay.
Clack is
Alright.
passed out.
I'm kind of like watching over Click Clack while I'm reading my spellbook, but that's primarily what I'm doing.
Hero, I would like you to roll perception.
Okay. Perception. Yeah, that is my d20. Cool. That would be a 19.
19. As you look around, there is no fill in sight. However, there is a note sitting on the seat of the throne that Ganta found the recipe books behind.
Can I read the note?
Yeah, it's in common. It basically just says he saw a cool frog and he'll be back in 5 minutes.
Sign that most Phil thing ever.
I'm gonna read the note and just. All right, everybody. There's gonna be food inside here soon.
But Clack's head pops up immediately when you say food.
That's what I was waiting for. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is gonna be dangerous to say. Like, all right, Click Clack, go get cleaned up so that way we can have lunch.
You hear the little the feet. You can hear her steps. It's not like grumpy like she was when she woke up from full sleep, but this is obviously she's still kind of getting her bearings. She slowly makes her way towards the dome.
That I'm gonna walk back inside and walk over to Ganta. I have some bad news.
What now?
We've lost Phil again.
Did he turn around and then turn around and then turn around again?
No, he saw a frog apparently.
Maybe he's. Maybe when he saw the kitchen come up, he decided he wanted to get some more ingredients.
He said he'd be back in 5 minutes, and I have a strange suspicion that instead he's gonna show back up, and we're gonna have another person trying to kill us.
You don't think that he's also affected like we are?
I think all of us are affected.
Are we though?
I mean, I don't know about Lathier. I'm pretty sure he's affected. I don't know if this was a affected from birth or affected recently thing.
Lathier just gets like goosebumps up, like he's talking shit.
He's got that anime sneeze. Just...
No, like, not everybody. I don't think everybody's felt comfortable enough to say anything about it, but I mean, I don't know if you've picked up on it. I would hope so, but Norvian hasn't been very subtle about how he feels about all of this.
Well, I picked up on that, but to be fair, I only met him at the Hearth before. Yeah, effectively yesterday. I only met him recently, and he says he's a prince, but not from where. At least not to me. He might have with you, but not to me.
We don't really talk much.
But we'll just like with Mr. Phil. Well, if we're gonna treat this as a one family, one unit, let's have a sit down. Until he gets back, we got nowhere else to go.
I mean, yeah, we could do that. Still don't know how I feel about that one. No.
We don't have to. We could just like I told Mr. Phil, keep your secrets, but generalized information.
Well, I guess we'll see what everybody else thinks.
Hero, as you start walking around, you almost fall face first over Click Clack, who, now that the rage has subsided, is just staring open-mouthed at both Norvian and Ganta.
You okay down there?
Really? Did they always look like that?
I just kind of like, me and Norvian just kind of like simultaneously, without even realizing, just kind of cut eyes and just.
Like, she's not blinking.
Oh, and just so everyone's aware, as Norvian's transcribing the recipes, he's dotting all the I's with little hearts.
That's so weird.
Bueno.
I love it. I love it so much.
Oh my god.
I think you broke Chad.
Yeah, you did.
Hero, my hero, who looks down at Click Clack and looks back up at them. Who I did not mean this when I made the character, but he's come off very ace, so I'm just gonna roll with it. He's just gonna look at the two of them, not even like see
It
the beauty.
doesn't even come across his
Just-
radar.
Just two people, and I'm gonna look back down at her. I was like, "What? A prince who has a stick up his ass and a guy who can't get out of his own way? Yeah, they've always looked like that.
I think he's glowing.
Which one?"
Yes.
I-
Boom, 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 boom.
Ganta, are you really making your own backing track right now?
It helps me focus. Boom, boom, boom. And comedy retract.
No.
God is not a musician.
Unless he thinks he's a bard, because can we still appreciate the Chad improv that happened?
Yes. Hero's just gonna pick up Click Clack and set her on a bar stool so he doesn't trip over her again.
See, like the body moves,
Just-
but it's like when you move a chicken's head, like her head stays completely stable as she is moved.
Well, I went on ahead and prepared this for you, little one, and it's effectively just like a very minty kind of spearmint tea. It's been chilled,
Okay.
and it's in a smaller tankard, so it's still big for her, but it's a smaller tankard.
So it's a manageable size this time.
Yes, I learned my lesson from last time. Thanks to Lathier.
Hero's just gonna walk off back into his his little chair in the corner for right now and just
For
work with his staff.
as a reminder, like there's plenty of room to move and walk around. It's not a leisure spot. So it's definitely a lot of, if you want to chill and relax and stretch out, it's mostly just picking a corner and stretching. It's not a whole lot of room to lay and sleep. It can be done. It's just not comfortable. Like one person would have to sleep on the table kind of deal.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start digging through some of the stuff that I pulled from the pile of shit, and just taking a look at some of it.
That is a very good idea. Where is my list?
And what is that? I'm gonna pull out a little bag of seeds. Take a sniff, like just take a look and a sniff of them, and like you're just gonna feel some heat flare up in the corner and die down, and I'm gonna pack away all of the rest of my stuff and continue working on my paintbrush.
You look over as you see Click Clack sniffing at her tea tankard. She looks at Ganta, looks at Norvian, Ganta, Norvian, and then tries to shoot it like she saw Norvian do, but ends up just dumping most of it over her face. Like she gets maybe a third of the liquid in her mouth.
Lathier.
Yes. Yes.
We're gonna
what
need
can
some
happen?
thaumaturgy. I think we're gonna need thaumaturgy.
Okay, I'll cast thaumaturgy and just
Oh,
make my
not
voice boom.
Not thaumaturgy, press. My bad. I think Click Clack needs a hand speaking up. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I said the wrong spell.
You mean that one?
Thank you, Azul.
Yes,
I
you're
guess.
welcome.
We're just blowing click clack constantly.
DM,
Yes.
those 5 ingredients that I was able to sort through with click clack.
Yep.
Do I need to roll to see if they are in one of the botany books?
Yes, you do.
All right. I gotta do it 5 times.
Remember, D4.
Yep. 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 No. Okay, so 3 of them are in.
Cool beans.
Fuck off.
I don't want to. You can't make me.
Fuck off. No, fuck on.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. All right.
I'll
So
turn
now I
off
need to
my
put
volume. This way it doesn't bother anyone.
these-
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. Cool, cool, cool.
Zool, what are you doing? Are you just still high?
I'm high and I'm looking at a spoon I found.
You're just sitting there.
Are you the March Hare from the live action Alice in Wonderland?
That's
Spoon.
Yeah, basically. Looking at a spoon.
I dig it. About it.
Somewhere between Scottish Bunny and the Hugh Jackman Easter Bunny from Rise of the
Oh,
Guardian.
Jesus Christ. Boy, mate.
He's got the spoon and he's just looking at it and it has a hole in it. So you're like, what's going on? Why is he doing this?
No, not your meth spoon.
And then you see me pull out a fork.
What? Does the fork not have teeth, or is it just a regular fork?
It's a silver fork with outer tines bent sideways. So,
So just 2 useless pieces of utensil.
yeah. Think
Was
my
it-
rolls.
I was gonna say, were those separate rolls?
Yes, they're separate. But they somehow gave me.
That's great.
So, Azul, out of everything you could have gotten, you picked a spoon that doesn't spoon and a fork that doesn't fork.
Reminds me a bit of myself.
He wasn't forking around with that one.
But
Does it remind you of yourself because you're the little spoon?
I'm little. And this
Is
is
he a little spoon with a hole in him?
I mean,
I think
him
every
and
little
Ganta
spoon has a
do
hole in
cuddle.
them.
I thought Ganta was the little spoon in this one.
Ganta? You there?
What's up? What's up, mate? Sorry, had my hands full.
I have a fork and a spoon. What are these ones used for?
The fork and the spoon.
Yes.
What was Chad the player paying attention?
No, Chad was
Okay.
putting in my notes the ingredients if they're in the book or not.
It is a
So I
spoon
have
with
a-
a hole in it and a fork with the outer tines bent sideways.
Yeah, he somehow rolled a spoon that didn't work and a fork that didn't work
I
That
think
barely
Same
works.
in separate rolls.
So a spoon with holes and a fork that's split.
Yeah.
With funky tines.
yeah.
Just the outer one.
Oh, right. Let me show you. I'll take the spoon and I'll take I'll put a sugar cube on top of it, and then I'll take some water, and then I'll dangle it over his tankard with a little bit of a tea bag in there, and I'll pour the water over. It distills the sugar, mate.
Ah.
So it actually makes your tea taste sweeter. And I'll take the fork and I'll go into the little quote unquote cold storage. And because it's broken off, I'll take a grape, a watermelon, a pineapple, and a cantaloupe. In this world of the equivalent. Here you go, mate. It's like a little parfait.
Ah.
Poppy. You're very little
Yeah.
Poppy.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure I saw a spoon used that way at this bar. It had like a liquor that would drip through sugar onto a circle, And
Mhm.
I'm describing absinthe, everybody.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah,
I
we
was
have
gonna
that.
say-
It's called absinthe, mate.
Okay, I didn't know if we wanted to use it or not, but I just figured I'd make it easier.
Made from the worm of wood.
See, he knows. He knows.
I mean, if you say, I always thought it was just called wormwood, but been told I'm not allowed to have it, so.
You just went country there for a second.
I'm not allowed to have it.
Look, Click-Clack, the last time you tried it, tore up the bar and kicked one of the gnomes in the face.
At the time, I didn't know he was a gnome.
I'm just surprised her foot was able to reach something else's face.
She
She got
jumped.
them. She got them hops.
Her wings flutter a little bit.
Right. Lathia,
Yes.
Ventura, I didn't want to forget about you. Is there anything? I'm making a beef stew with some little bit of extra broth and some mustard cream. Is there anything particular that you don't like?
Mate.
Well, besides you, Ventura. That's why I've got yours set off to the side.
Alright.
I'm not picky.
Right. I'll keep
I
my-
literally ate a sentient creature not 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you did. I wish you would have let me prepare it a little bit better, but to each their own.
Roasted is fine.
I was gonna say, animal on a stick. Like that's. See, Lathier gets it.
Now, keep in mind, I am trying to get this done as fast as possible because I don't actually know how long this kitchen lasts for.
So
Okay.
So
This
don't
is
freak out.
a permanent thing.
No.
Oh.
Lather's gonna look at you and go, is this similar to the tiny hut spell?
I don't actually know magic like that. This was just gifted to me. The only magic that I know is just
Do you have to throw down a sigil for it?
no. I just hold it in my hand and give it a tug. And then you can look straight up and it's like right at the center of the room. It's just there.
Are you talking about
Yeah,
like the
does that
charm is hanging there?
Yeah.
Does the charm look familiar to me?
You recognize it does, but not from anything in the Feywild. It is the. You might know this more as a warlock than as a patron, but this looks like a depiction, a very simplistic depiction of a god called the Harlequin. You don't know a ton about this god. They really do like to keep to themselves, but they don't seem to have a singular motive. They're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, this was just left for me in a chest with a note. And before we went on our adventure, after dealing with the dolls, I took it.
Do you make a habit of just grabbing strange things people left behind for you?
It's kind of in my nature. If it's meant for me, I'm the kind of person to use whatever is given to me to the best of my ability. So if something's given to me, even if I can't stand it, I try.
Including the outfit I had him wear.
Including the outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, even if something isn't necessarily meant for me, I still usually pick it up. So I get it.
That's why I don't like to take. I like to use.
See, you get it. Property is a wibbly wobbly term.
Well, these days.
It's like I don't touch anything of yours because I like my kneecaps where they are.
Well, I'm gonna get back to work.
So did the Herringon King, and well, they ended up over there and over there.
It's good for the build's character.
Did you ever put down the legs, or do you still have the rabbit legs?
Well, once he bled out,
yeah.
I just kind of I put him back on the fire because I was like, well, fuck it. If he's not using them,
I
right now they're slow roasting.
Jesus.
This is a very strange day for Azul.
Novian, how are those note cards coming along, mate?
DM, how many what could I have done by now if I was just vigorously?
There's about 15 total. I'd say you probably have gotten through about 5 of them by this point. They're not extremely detailed, but her handwriting is a little messy, like that old people handwriting.
Okay.
She's
I'm about a
cursive.
third of the way done. Would you like me to bring them to you?
Oh no, you're fine, man. I got my hands full. Actually, if you would just like to just stick just a few in my back pocket, that'd be great. So that way I can look at them later when I'm done.
You add a pinch of cloves, a tiny touch of...
Norvian gets up and folds them up nicely, and then just sticks them in Ganta's back pocket, but leaves his hand there a little too long.
And the assist.
I love this Norvian.
I'm
You're right
so
there, mate.
happy you rolled this. This makes me so...
Novian, you're kind of hindering my movement here, mate. It's
sorry,
everything all right back there?
Everything's very good back here.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to stay in character, man. This is really hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Down boy.
You know, I didn't get
Nah,
I didn't
you can come
really
up.
get to ask this earlier because I was gonna Norvian, I was gonna ask, but then Lathier showed up with his chicken hut bar and kind of got a little distracted. What was all that about in the swamp?
Oh, yeah, about that. So, time works a little weird out here, as I'm sure we've all gathered. Yes?
Oh yeah, Lathier left for a day and came back with a chicken hut bar. Like what?
Yes. So, those suits of armor, they knew me. I did not know them, but I think the nonsense with the time, they knew me. If you believe that I'm a prince, it had something to do. I don't know. I still have that broken sword hilt, right?
Yes, you do. And just for
Okay.
Spencer, the player's reminder,
Yeah.
this looks like maybe like a couple years out of date, like an older model, but it's the same type of stuff you grew up with. But based on the condition of it, it would have to be 250 or more years old.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull that sword out to show Hero. I'm gonna say, this is familiar to me. It should be something from at least my parents' time, but this is aged well more than it should be.
In response, heroes, never mind. Scratch that. Rolling it back. Well, why were you? Okay, why were they here? Like, what's going on?
Can you bring your mic closer to?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, got a little bit of an echo going.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wait, do I have? Oh, I still had some reverb up. My bad.
I was like, I wonder where I'm picking up this extra effect here. And it's like,
Bad guys. Okay.
Hey,
talking
John.
forehead. Here we go.
Don't become a
Question
talking
for the DM.
forehead.
Right here in the middle of my screen.
Not
Oh.
on the
Well, if you can't put me in the middle when I'm in the middle of my camera, I don't know what to tell you.
You're great right now. You're
Yeah,
great
you
right
look,
now.
you
Okay.
look perfect on the
Um,
little thing at least.
No, I had reverb on. That's the whole reason.
What was the question for the DM?
DM? So, I learned a little bit from them, right? I learned that they were out on. What exactly did I learn? If you could
What
refresh my memory. I
Norvian-
think I know,
okay.
but I
What
want to make sure I
Norvian
don't screw it up.
learned is that some kind of noble dignitary was headed to the Palace of Heart's Desire for some kind of meeting with Zybilna. There was an ambush. The dignitaries made it out. But there were a lot of elven casualties, including these animated suits of armor that acted as guard.
Okay, perfect. So, back in character, Norvian's gonna tell Hero, the suits of armor, they told me there was an ambush that attacked the dignitaries on their way to do something. They didn't tell me what. They made it out, but not everyone did. They were supposed to meet Zybilna, but I don't know any more than that.
Well, wait, give me one moment. Okay, feeling kind of-
While Hero's working this out, Ganta, Azul, and Lathier, what is, like, are you reacting to Norvian's thing at all?
I'm registering what he's saying, and I'm making mental notes about
Nate,
the banquet with Zybilna.
Nate wasn't
still-
there for that.
Yeah.
Nate, roll
History.
thank you. My brain wanted to say memory, and I'm like, I know that's not fucking right. What am I trying to say?
Ganta's kind of side-eyeing, but he's not stopping with the cooking. But he's paying attention.
You said history?
I did say history.
18.
18. The timeline that Norvian's giving is about how long you've gathered Zybilna has been gone.
Okay. I'm gonna clock that. I'm not gonna say anything out loud. I'm gonna kind of shoot a look over to Click-Clack and then over to Azul.
Click-Clack is still just eyes glued on Norvian and Ganta. Like, she looks
Okay.
like she's about to start writing fan fiction.
Oh no.
Shit.
I'm
Probably
gonna
won't.
look over at Norvian and go, how certain are you about that? Like, how reliable is your source on this?
I trust the source. You might not believe me, but I
I believe you. I just don't believe other people.
I trust it. No one else would have.
To give you
This
a bit of a
story.
reference, because you weren't there, Nate, these were 2 suits of armor that came out of the swamp, and they had Norvian's family crest inlaid into them.
Okay. So they were loyal subjects, essentially.
Yes, they were loyal guard of whatever dignitary came through.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So I received the information from soldiers who laid down their life to protect someone important to me. I trust their information.
Well, you're probably the most trustworthy person in this group, as far as I'm concerned. So if you trust the sources, then I trust your judgment on it.
That is appreciated. Does it mean anything to you, though?
Zybilna's been gone for about that time period. So, you hear rumblings working in a bar, period, and people haven't really seen her around, and appointments have been missed. So, if what you're saying tracks, then obviously we've got more pressing issues than I think we thought. And that's probably why Prismere and the other areas are all screwy at the moment.
Makes enough sense.
While you guys were talking, Hero was digging back through his stuff that he got from the pile of shit and pulled out a piece of paper. Looking at it, looks up at Norvian and goes, Norvian, I never asked, what's your last name? Because I've missed out on all the family crest stuff. I've
Okay.
not been there for all of
Shep-
that.
Shagglethorn.
With a bit of a reluctant sigh, Hero's gonna go spelled like this and hold out a piece of paper that is an invitation to the summer court banquet that I found in the pile of shit, with Shagglethorn written on the bottom.
Yes, it is written exactly like that. What is this? Where did you get this?
Roll investigation.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Did you say your last name?
Yes.
Yes.
Shagglethorn.
He said it
With-
to, I think he said it to a couple other people, but he hasn't said it to Hero.
I rolled a 6. I'm not finding out shit.
Well,
That's your name.
you can see that is in fact your name. You can also tell.
That's a
Good
little
job.
fancier than you've probably seen it before, but that's
This is an invitation of some kind. The names don't look familiar to you. You do pick up on the name Titania, which is something that was mentioned by Sir Talavar. And you pick up that this note, like, it's not new. The paper feels delicate and dry. It's cracked. It's yellowed.
When we were digging through the pile to see what we could find, I came across this. Yeah.
Well,
I was just gonna ask if I can roll history on Shacklethorn.
Yep.
I can't remember if we did it before already.
You rolled
Did it on the
history
crest?
on the crest, not on the family name.
Gotcha. Still at disadvantage because I haven't eaten yet.
Oh, maybe you should do that.
A 20 and a 1.
oh no.
Oh no! Oh, that's
Oh, you pulled out the Dragon Ball
it's
dice.
'cause you're using the Dragon Ball dice again.
Dice.
A 20 and a 1.
Oh my
So
God.
I don't. All right, cool. I know shit about Shacklethorn.
Well, that's definitely an elf's name.
Yep, that's it.
That is somebody's
Cool.
name.
It's a name.
So,
It's your name. I know
You can
your name.
pronounce it.
I'm gonna hold it back up to Hero and I'm just gonna-
Fuck.
would you mind if I kept this? It probably means nothing to you, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't. There's not much I could do with it. I did, like I said, I just came across it and
I'm going
wanted
to
to
use
see what's going
Eldritch
on.
Sight on it and see if it's giving off any sort of magic.
It's not.
It's
Here's a
not.
piece of
Okay.
paper.
Yeah, there might be like ancient remnants of a magical method of delivery, but the note itself holds no power.
Okay. Just wanted
so
to make
mad.
sure it wasn't anything crazy.
I'm so mad.
okay. So I'm gonna take the note and I'm gonna pat Hero on the shoulder and say, you know, we haven't always seen eye to eye, but I do appreciate this.
Don't push it.
I rolled
Alright.
a 20 and a 1.
Just don't.
Oh wait. So I had to. Yeah.
Hero is doing his best to try to do the whole like teamwork thing, and is still not feeling the greatest about it. He's still very like.
How long has it been, DM? Since the dome popped?
However long you've been cooking, no, with my knowledge of cooking, I'd say probably hasn't even been an hour yet if the broth isn't done.
Okay. About another hour, and we'll have dinner.
Isn't it like lunchtime?
Lunch, sure. Whatever. Food.
Second breakfast? No.
Click-clack, you want to cook you while you wait?
Roll
Say again? I'm sorry?
I was asking Click-clack if she wanted a cookie while she waited.
Does not break eye contact with Norvian or Ganta, just
Just anime eyes.
I'm gonna put a cookie on her hand and be like, here you go.
Hey,
Azul, do you want a cookie too?
I would love a cookie.
Here's a cookie. Would you like a mushroom as well?
Would never say no.
Okay, I'll give you a cookie and a mushroom.
You know, I just eat it. Like,
On that note, guys, I've noticed in the pantry everything that I kept here that was food related stayed here, and it was fine. So if everyone's comfortable, aside from rations, we can actually save some of our storage and leave it here. So your mushrooms, your treats, your snacks, any kind of herbs and spices that we may find or purchase, we can just leave them here and it'll be fine.
I'm gonna look over at Lathier and be like, is this guy new to magic? We've got a guy walking around. We've got somebody walking around with a fanny pack that somehow holds his entire dad closet, and he's surprised by the pantry.
Speaking of, where did he go?
Frog, 5 minutes. We'll see him soon, or eventually.
Did he mention how big of a frog?
Who said
he
the
mentioned
cool
how
frog?
cool it was.
Okay. Well, depending on the frog, we might have to go look for him.
Is there like a dangerous frog around here?
Welcome to the
How did I
Feywild.
Sorry, how did I just pick up a little bit of Ganta's accent?
oh, he's rubbing off on you, all right.
I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, I bet
Hold
he
up.
is.
No, he's rubbing off on Norvian, or Norvian's rubbing off on him. I can't tell.
I think it's more Norvians rubbing off on him right now.
As long as there's some rubbing going on between me and Norvian, then everything's fine.
Look, you talk about Spencer's muscles way too much not to want to rub off on
He's a
that.
fucking god, okay? Back off, I know what I'm about.
Spencer's a bit of a beefcake. We're not gonna.
Anyways, D&D guys.
It can be a little bit different for you to play D&D.
Like I said, D&D is for monster fucking and flirting with your friends. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're on track. Chad's done both.
Yeah. And I'm
Well, hold
going
on,
to
we have a
continue.
frog divine.
So,
Okay.
So there's a chance that the frog he found is either venomous, holding a weapon, or both, or a smaller chance it could just be a normal, regular frog. That's the least likely outcome.
you know,
Welcome to the Feywild.
I don't have any form of clairvoyant magic, but I have the feeling that it's just a regular frog, but somehow this is going to lead to us fighting some type of giant frog.
I mean, I hope it's venomous, because then I can put it on my spear.
Maybe it's a frog that you lick and you get a little uppity.
Ooh,
You know what I'm talking about.
Hypnotoads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Right, check your messenger.
Because when you use Toad, it'll mess you up.
So,
We could put him in Phil's fanny pack.
Nate, check your messenger.
It'll make your mama cry. That's no lie. You'll choke on your tongue and die. Gotta give it up.
you know, Azul, is the only reason you're following along because you got fired from your job?
I kind of just walked away. I don't think I did. Oh, they told me.
I feel like they fired you.
I feel like
I don't
you
know what
guys
your job
walk
was in
away
the
with
first
him.
place. I don't know what your job was in the first place, to be fair.
It's not called fire when you resign. In your head.
I was gonna-
I think that's just job abandonment.
yeah.
He's just got 3 no-call, no-shows now. It's fine.
Yeah, they won't miss me much.
I mean, to be fair, the carnival's over, so I guess he's fine. Wait. The carnival only lasted 8. What did you do for the rest of the year if your job only lasted 8 hours?
It's a traveling carnival. It runs for 3 nights, 8 hours a night, then moves to the next location.
Ah, okay. Look, nobody said it was a traveling carnival to poor Hero. He
Yeah,
doesn't
we
know.
don't know that.
Yeah, we have no
I did.
idea. Well, yeah, you know.
I said, oh,
yeah,
the
it's a
carnival's
traveling
here.
carnival. It's only there for a little bit, and then it moves.
I guess actually I would know. Because that would be why Ventura would be at the
Why is it?
Hearth all the time. It's because when it would
It comes
travel
back in his
to
mouth.
when it would travel to the material plane, he would pop in after shit. Yeah, so I guess Ganta would know. It's a traveling carnival. He just didn't know it was that
I'll
one.
play amongst yourselves for a minute.
Okay.
Like they're just gonna look over at Hero and be like,
Sitting in a tree.
I mean, if it's a frog with a weapon, that's fine. We can kill it and potentially eat it. If it's venomous, we can kill it and use its venom and then eat it.
What were we looking for? A frog person? What were they? Bullywug?
Yeah, bullywugs, I think, are
Wibblewug.
the sentient ones.
Yeah, Wibblewug, the bullywug.
I thought we were looking for a witch.
I think we're just looking for everything at this point.
What aren't we looking for?
Peace and quiet.
That's what
You'll
I'm
never
trying to
find that
do.
here.
Yeah.
Peace?
Why does everything at the Feywild murder us and kill us? Why can't we just walk in walk into and they say, hey, would you guys like to stay and not be decapitated?
Well,
It's a very delicate ecosystem.
I was
Everything
gonna
is
say,
just in
Welcome to
balance.
the Feywild.
to be fair, Lathier offered us, you want to come in and stay and enjoy yourselves. And then
And
the
then something
entire...
tried to kill us.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like, whatever that is, some crazy dryad or whatever. Like, I don't know what's going on there.
Hero, do you know what a dryad is?
Yeah, we saw one die in front of us before we got to
Oh
the
yeah,
carnival.
that's right. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I still have the Dryad root
For
too.
me, that's been a couple years. So you know,
Also, mind you, primordial being, so like the long-lived creatures aren't super outside of my realm of knowledge. Feywild creatures, yes, but if it's on the material plane, I imagine I would be familiar with them.
I forget that you've been traveling around a bit.
More than a
Food to
bit.
be ready. Food to be ready in about 20 minutes.
For somebody so young, you're pretty world-wise.
Zool, you feel a small tug. It's Click Clack asking for drugs.
Would you
Well-
like a little sip of my flask?
That's kind of. Oh God.
I'm gonna pour it.
Chug.
You
Tell
know,
me when.
Click Clack is gonna
She
have
will
to
never
roll
tell
a
you when.
Constitution
Her
saving
jaw
throw.
just unhinges like a snake.
That's
I'm gonna roll my eyes and look back at Lathier. It's like, well, I've kind of been solo since 3 years now, almost. Like up until 3 years ago, I hadn't left my little town or my little village, but
is that on
Never mind.
purpose or?
well, you know, when you're made of fire, you don't get a lot of good reactions from people.
I mean, welcome to being an elf of any sort on the material plane.
Yeah, so we kept our small little village just because humans being humans, it was devils, demons, you know, they treated us, I mean, you might as well have thought we were tieflings or something. Like,
I
that
like
is-
tieflings. They're pretty nice people.
I do too, but they're like the only ones who would talk to us.
Yeah, I haven't met any untrusting tieflings, surprisingly.
Well, then
I've
you
met a
really
lot of
haven't met-
untrusting
Yeah,
humans.
I've
That's
met a
also
lot of
true.
I've met a lot of
Humans-
tieflings that are
I
questionable.
know I'm human, but humans are the worst.
You guys,
Well, pixies. Pixies are the worst.
I still can't. I can't get in line with that one. I know the
The ones at the carnival are cool, but everywhere else they're kind of
I guess
they're
that's
kind
fast.
of considered like pestilent creatures. Think if hummingbirds ate your crops. That's
I mean-
pixies.
I
don't know.
That's a
Pixies are-
very thought out analogy. Huh.
And then they leave like sparkly stuff everywhere, and it's a pain to clean. You can't get it out of
Well,
anything.
The
especially
glitter
in
is terrible.
fabrics.
The glitter is terrible. I don't know why they feel like I swear I don't even think it's like magical in any way. Sometimes I think they just have a bag full of glitter that they just
Oh, they do. That's
Yeah,
part
it's
of the
ridiculous.
problem.
It's just glitter. There's
it's
nothing
glitter. It's not
special.
magical.
Nope.
It's not pixie dust. They're just like eh.
Yeah, don't
Ridiculous.
buy into pixie propaganda. Pixie dust is just cheap craft glitter.
Okay.
The global conspiracy to glitter everything by pixies.
Well, on that note, if everyone please gather on Ganta's table, we'll have food.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
On that note, watch our podcast.
Yeah, new episode comes out, but
Literally, when we
Today?
get done
Tomorrow?
today, when
Oh,
we get done
yeah.
recording, I'm finishing up the thumbnail and dropping that. So
so
It'll-
by the time this episode airs, the Around Ganta's Table podcast would have been like 2 or 3 days old.
we'll link it at the end.
Yeah, links in the description. Anyways,
Boy,
gather, and I'll bring in this massive crock pot of what is it called? Beef stew with mustard cream, and there's a couple of small side dishes with some biscuits, plenty of carrots, potatoes, meats, garnishes. There's a garlic butter for the dinner rolls. There's sour cream and mustard sauce, or excuse me, mustard cream sauce, if you want to, for your stew. Everyone has their drinks. I have an assortment of teas, waters. That's really all that I have. I have a little bit of coffee that I got from the chicken hut sitting. So that's pretty much all I got for drinks.
I have one
And-
bottle of wine left over from the chicken hut if you want some.
Can I keep it in the pantry and I could use it for later?
Sure.
Thank you. I'll grab it, put it in the pantry. For Ventura, it's basically kind of like a Japanese ramen broth. It's soy based, not really. There's no like any meat products in there. And for Click Clack, just a big chunk of ham and potatoes.
So happy. This is the first time she's broken contact with Norvian and Ganta. She is once again ignoring her silverware.
That's why I gave her just a big chunk of ham and potatoes because I know she's not going to use it.
She's got a chunk of meat in one hand and a potato in the other, and is just going back and forth like they're apples.
Yep.
As we're sitting down, I'm gonna look. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chad.
I'm setting down the plates for everybody, and you see Ganta hesitate to put a plate down for him. He kind of looks at Hero for just a second, and then
I can still cast Shatter, you know.
yeah, I know. Just like you, still getting used to this. Even back in my chef days with Tenebrand in Vaymore, the chefs never ate with the patrons.
Oh, we're not paying, and you're not working, so.
There goes the reverb.
Wait, what? Oh my God!
better.
Oh, I see what's happening. Sorry, my headphone cable is like semi-wrapped around the reverb thing. And
I was wondering how it just happened.
yeah, so it's wrapped around it, so I think it's catching it and turning it, and that's what's happening. My bad.
Let me put the voice on, guys. Please stand by for technical problems.
That was a little too uncanny, please.
Yeah, I know, right?
As we're sitting down, I'm gonna look over at Lathan and be like, you know, as much as I don't like humans, elves haven't been that great either in my time on the regular, at least in the regular world.
Oh yeah, elves are assholes too. But you know, at least we're upfront about it.
The racism is bad. Like, oh my god! And then, fucking, no offense, but kind of offense, Norvian. The nobles just, like nobility can.
No offense, dude, but like your whole family kind of fucking sucks.
I mean, I don't know if his family sucks personally, but like they.
There
Humans.
are good and bad nobility, just like anyone else. There's good common folk and bad common folk too.
Another keynote I forgot to mention. Hero, your bowl is sitting on a hot plate, so your bowl is piping.
He's made out of fire.
Yep.
Lukewarm.
Everybody else is normal temperature. Yours is piping. Like there's small little boil bubbles that pop up.
Not gonna lie, John, you missed out on a perfect pun opportunity by not naming your guy Luke.
What?
About Fire Ganassi being lukewarm.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Listen,
I'm
don't
keeping that as an NPC in my game too, so just
do it. Don't tell Remus.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna see the episode and come up with it later.
Yeah.
If everything's to your liking, fuck. Nope. We're not doing that.
sit down and eat with us, please.
Yep.
You're making me nervous standing.
I'll
Yeah.
slowly put down a plate, put down a bowl, and start putting everything on. And you can obviously tell like this is making him uncomfortable. If anybody knows, well, actually, he just said it. The chefs never ate with anybody. They always ate in the kitchen by themselves.
Out of character, Chad, I rolled a 9. I swear to God, I'll do it.
Don't make me look it up.
Oh, it's the one you looked up a couple weeks ago. Same thing. I rolled it again.
I like it. I'm sorry. It's just like with you, Hero. I'm still getting used to this. How does this work? Who starts? Do we take turns? Is it head of the table? How does this work?
Well,
Lathan's just gonna go.
I point over to Click Clack, who's probably, I would imagine at this point, just,
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll just meticulously start to cut it. I'll put some beef and carrots on the fork, and I'll.
And again,
You're not in a restaurant anymore, Frank.
you can feel the texture, you can feel the heat, but it is the absence of taste.
Actually, I don't think I did too bad on this.
What do you mean?
Please
not
don't.
too bad. This is one of the best things I've ever had.
you, Click Clack, you have meat and a potato.
I'm using my new fork.
The second and third best foods.
What's the first?
Drugs.
That's not a food group.
It's called
Click like, do you want a mushroom?
I had something I want to try, Mr. Ganta. If I or Mr. Hero, I guess. If I go get some water, can we boil it? There's reasons.
Sure.
Yeah.
I could use some boiling water. I gotta clean the dishes when I'm done.
Click Clack grabs what he considers to be a large bucket. It's probably about this big.
Like the little novelty buckets.
Yeah.
It's a sandcastle bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
And starts. She does exit the hut and is starting to look around to see if she can find a place to fill drinking water instead of tap water. She does not understand the concept of this hut. She's still in foraging mode.
Little one, there's not a running source of water here. We have to fetch it outside. The water that I used was just the water that I brought with me.
I mean, where'd the Herringons get it then? There's gotta be something here somewhere.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. We'd have to look around. Would it be easier if we wait until after dinner?
Hey, Chad, say the thing.
We're on a video.
As she's looking around, she's trying real fucking hard and just keeps walking past what is very obviously to the rest of you like a hose spigot on the wall. Like, for her, it would be at damn near eye level. She just...
You know,
I guess Ganta wouldn't have noticed that.
I kind of want to see how long this goes on for.
Honestly, I didn't know that was there.
You know, again, at this point,
Click back.
Feywild.
Use the hose.
Hose.
Shh.
I'm just gonna point over to it.
Hey, Chad,
Oh, God.
roll the nat 1 sound for me.
Is that the nat
I don't
one sound?
remember what I
thought
put
was
for her.
Brazilian.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you changed it.
I changed it. Oh no, I don't have her. I don't have her nat 1. Screw it. It's going to Norvian.
Speaking of, my lightsaber got here in the mail. Thank you, Spencer. And Jesus Christ,
I saw
it's
that.
the coolest fucking thing I own. Or have...
It makes me love you even more.
Once I figure out how to get it to work correctly, because there's so many cool things in there, my brain is overloaded.
If you want me to write it down, just let me know, because there was an instruction thing, but there was kind of more convoluted than...
I've got the motion controls down. That was the big thing. I just need to figure out where the custom sounds you did are, because he put custom Velma sounds into the lightsaber soundboard.
That's so dope.
That's awesome.
It says cheeky
Oh.
spot.
Please tell me there's Jar Jar saying Jinkies on there.
Oh no, but that would be amazing.
My glasses. Needs the glasses. Can't see without my glasses.
Ah, shut up. I'm gonna cast Shatter.
A scroll of
Right,
shatter appears on the table.
Yeah, no one backup character is Jar Jar Binks for this campaign.
Don't tempt me.
already in the process of making it.
Look, I
Wrote it
want you
down.
to I want you to know, doing my photo booth at cons, I met a cosplayer who just does Jar Jar Binks
That's amazing.
in different cosplays.
That's
That's
freaking
amazing.
hilarious.
That's
So
awesome.
there was literally Sailor Moon Jar Jar Binks.
That's amazing.
That's so good.
All right.
Sorry.
Bad guy.
Bringing it back.
Gungan Sailor Moon? Hell yeah, dude.
God.
Anyways, I didn't know that spigot was there. Did you?
What's a spigot?
No, stick it.
Spigot.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna twist the knob for her.
You're blowing her fucking mind. The drugs are kicking in. She doesn't know what a spigot is. As far as she is concerned,
This
you
is
have
magic.
just made water magically appear inside this wall.
I'm gonna mess with her then. And I'm gonna use the light cantrip and just make it multicolored lights, just like spark in front of her. And now there's water, and I'm gonna splash her in the just real briefly, like a tiny little droplet of water onto her face.
I almost feel like this is a little bit unfair, but I can't look away.
She hisses and her scales rustle like if she had fur, she'd be puffed up like a cat.
Down. So, while all that is happening, I guess this is the time where we get to know each other? Is that what happens?
Clack is running around finding as many little glass jars as she can from the pile o' shit and just starting to like fill the water, and it's just like meticulously. She's got that drugs hyper focus.
Gotcha.
Is her inventory just going to be like 67 jars of water? Thank God I didn't take create water as a cantrip. Jesus.
Only half of them have lids.
Oh God.
All I think about are the videos of people in the back seat with like nothing but waters, and then they go over bumps and just all the water spills over everybody.
Oh, hit that speed bump, bro.
This is the most like ADHD filled episode. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it is.
All
Yeah,
right.
and Phil's not even here to make it worse. We're just doing it
No.
naturally.
God.
And now the question is we're only an hour and 15 minutes in. Are we going to hit the trauma before 10 minutes before the end of the
I
episode?
don't think
or
there's gonna be trauma this episode.
I don't know. You
We'll
just said
see.
let's get to know each other.
I guess we'll see.
You never
Well,
know.
it depends on what happens in the next couple of minutes. Right. So, I guess I'll go first. Ganta Doma. I've been a chef all my life. My father was a carpenter. My mother was a pottery maker, and when I got old enough, they sent me to culinary school, and bad stuff happened there. And I found these books,
Here it is.
took them,
Here's the-
and ran away, and ended up in the Hearth.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You were a child,
Mm-hmm.
and then you went to culinary school,
Mm-hmm.
and then you found these books and ran away and got a job as a cook. That's like the breakdown of your life story?
The breakdown.
Yeah, so where the fuck did you learn to kick fire?
Strangely enough, it kind of
Culinary
came
school.
from school,
Culinary school.
Right.
I don't.
and it's not just fire. And I'll stand up and kick my leg up a little bit, and I'll just cycle through lightning, cold, acid, fire.
Long ago, the four nations.
I don't remember acid. That's what I'm on.
Yeah, acid, cold, fire. Yeah, acid, cold, fire, lightning, and poison. I'll just cycle through them.
They got knocked out before the air nomads did. It's fine.
That's a,
I don't have air. Sorry, but no, actually, there was it was an exam that we had to take, and our meal was going to be judged, and strangely enough, that I actually won. I had the highest score in the exam, and I got to sit in on a couple of presentations, and one of the treats that we had a visitor come by, and I ended up eating this weird, they called it the Dragon's Heart palette. It's not an actual Dragon's Heart, that's just what it was called. And after I ate it, I felt like I was going to die for about 4 days straight, and then I woke up, and everyone else in the facility, they used their hands. Mine just happened to start with my feet. I figured mine was a weird mutation or a bad batch, but they said it's pretty normal. So ever since then, it was almost like a prize, and it just happens.
I feel like I read a book like that once.
Was it a really long series? I think I remember that one too.
You hush. I know exactly what you guys are doing. Nah.
Pictures were great. It was all drawn, just no. I'm just
Are you guys still standing outside the
no, we're,
No, we're
Are you back
eating.
in-
We're
We're
in the,
back in the
yeah.
hut? Okay.
We never left.
Oh, you're just watching
I
Click
did.
Clack.
Yeah, she'll pop in
Yeah.
and out. We can't see her when she gets out,
Okay.
but she'll just like pop in and out.
So she's been carrying these countless jars of water from the spigot into like a corner of this hut. Like she's creating a little Like she's stockpiling.
Well, we'll touch upon that later. I know you made a fire, but how can you do magic outside of fire?
I mean, as lame as it sounds, I was kind of just born with it. Family line. You know, my parents technically could do it. From what I was told, they didn't really use it that much. They used some other stuff, and then my grandmother could use it. My grandfather was a very, very big on swords and fists. And then, yeah, I think it was passed down from my grandmother's side. I'm not 100% sure where it came from. Grandpa wasn't really too open to talk about family stuff.
Are all of your family? What are you exactly?
I'm a fire genasi.
Is everyone a fire genasi?
No, well, yes, no. Everybody in the last few generations has been fire genasis, but that's not really how genasis come about.
How does that work? Because I've and please stop me if I'm going too far. I've just never actually seen anyone outside of
Things made
non-elemental.
Yeah. Things mating with things that they shouldn't be mating with. It is elemental creature somehow mating with a humanoid creature. That's why there's different forms, different size genasis. Like apparently it was elvish, I'm guessing, judging from the build. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's gnome-looking like fire genasis. There's elf, humans, dwarves. I haven't seen a Harengon fire genasi. That'd be interesting.
That'd be terrifying.
Well, like the flaming hair is pretty common-ish.
So Ventura would just be walking fire. He wouldn't have red skin.
Yeah, I mean he'd have red skin too.
That's terrifying.
But you wouldn't see it. To be fair, with the amount of drugs you're on, I could see you sleeping with an elemental. There's the thought, everybody.
Right. So Lathia, how exactly can you do magic?
That's you're gonna notice that their face kind of like drops a little bit, and they go, "That's actually." I think most of my magic comes out of this book, and I'm gonna hold up my tome, and I'm gonna go, "Hey, I don't have a lot of magic. I've got very little."
You got more magic than I've seen outside of Hero.
I get tired very easily after just a few major spells.
Yeah, but it's powerful, mate. It kind of makes sense.
Me.
Go ahead.
I was Hero's gonna cut in. I mean, to be fair, a lot of my magic is actually So I also went to a bard college. That's a lot of the magic that I've used so far, that you've seen, is mostly due to circumstances. I don't really focus as much on the abilities my family passed on to me. I'm kind of stuck with them, but they're not something that I've held on to or I've spent time with.
Laser's gonna look over at Hero and go, Do you know anything about pacts with like higher beings?
DM, would I know?
Roller
Well,
cock.
considering everything that we dealt with the freaking carnival, I'd have to imagine we know that pack magic is crazy.
And while you're rolling Arcana, Ganta, roll Perception.
Go away, Dragon Ball Die. You suck my.
Well, shit. That's probably not going to be very
Okay.
good. Surprisingly, oh wait, no, I'm good at Arcana. I forgot about that. I'm a sorcerer. That will be 12. Still not that
14.
great.
12 and a 15 for Ganta. While 14. Close enough. It's still enough. While Hero is starting to explain about how specifically Fey Pact magic works. Ganta, Clack is attempting to make something, but she has her back turned to you. She has found a knife. In your hands, it would be a paring knife. And she's attempting to make something.
Hold that thought, Hero, Lathia. Little one, what exactly, what are you doing? And I'm going to stand up and start walking towards her.
I'm going to look at... Oh, sorry,
Oh,
go
no,
ahead.
go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to look over at Lathia and be... I mean, I have an understanding of pact magic, but I don't really interact... I've never really interacted with higher beings or beings more powerful than... Like... I know... I was told my parents have interacted with them, but nothing of the sort past that.
Let's just say that if I had to guess, based off of the spells and incantations in this book, there's a not zero chance that I made a deal somewhere along the line. And I have a feeling that the details of that arrangement are what got snatched from me, because even though I'm a little loosey-goosey with rules and everything, I do tend to be very careful about the things I get into. And while I seem a little chaotic to the rest of you, I don't do anything I don't think I can succeed in. So for me to have these abilities, and I know I didn't have them before, something is a little wonky here. And I think something happened before we even hit the carnival.
DM question. Seeing as you understand my colors, I'm colorblind. My ability to see color was taken away from me, and I know Ganta's ability to taste was taken away from me. Would I reasonably be able to understand that it would be something important was taken away from him, since he's saying that this happened at the same time?
Situationally, I won't even make you roll for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure.
What the rest of you see is Ganta hovering extremely nervously around Click-Clack, who seems to have taken a what looks like a large stick and is using it to more or less muddle something in a colander.
Well, Lathier, I had to guess. If you think you made a pact, and you're saying this all started when everything started for us, my guess is this was something important to you. I don't know why.
I would assume so.
Well,
Something
yeah.
that granted me magic and I didn't have access to magic before.
I think it's deeper than that.
As far as I remember, I didn't have any magic growing up.
I mean, like, what I'm saying is, like, I don't think it's as much as like gaining magic is a big event, so I lost my ability to see color. That's something super personal to me and what I do.
Don't you paint?
Yes, that's kind of the point of why it's super personal.
And the fact that you're not more depressed. Oh, is that why he doesn't eat?
Yes, that's also why he doesn't eat. So
I'm gonna look
seeing
over
how-
at Ganta and be like, sit down and eat more, please. And I'm gonna turn back to Hero.
I'll get to that. I'll get to that in just a second. Click, clack. What are you doing?
Drink this.
And she holds up a, like, legitimately doesn't even look at you, but holds straight up what to her would be about this size in her hand, but a bit taller. To you, it's probably the same size as a can. As she holds up a lidless equivalent of a mason jar full of a muddy, to everyone but Hero, brown looking liquid.
Fuck you.
It's just gray sludge to you.
Yeah. That.
Go ahead.
Look, that click clack. That looks questionable.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it's damn good.
Can I try some?
Yeah, I gotta make them one at a time to get the dosage right. But give me about 20 minutes and I'll have the rest of them done.
Do you
Click,
need any
clack.
more ingredients?
Should be okay.
Click clack. Dosage of what?
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to worry about it. Dosage of what?
I'm gonna take it.
So, DM, do I recognize this already? Yeah.
I
Do you
wouldn't
want
say
me to
you
recognize it, or how do you want to handle it?
I wouldn't say you recognize this
Okay.
specifically, but it looks very similar to a lot of drinks that you've had, that you were told had been passed down through the Fey side of your elvish lineage.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna look down at. Is she still there?
Yeah, she's there. She's back to
Did you make-
pounding the shit out of a colander full of what looks like pieces of mushroom.
Did you make this for me?
Don't worry about being able to taste it. I'll admit it doesn't taste great. You're probably gonna be better off than the rest of us.
I'll take it. I'll look at her. Hey, Click like I am so drawing a blank. Is Click like a dude or a chick? I am so sorry.
Biologically, she is female.
Okay, I don't know why I was having a brain fart there.
Gender-wise, she's a gremlin. Like, she's
Imagine.
been by
Gremlin.
herself. She's had no external influences, especially on things like
Yeah.
gender, outside of
No
the
gender rules
extremely
here.
androgynous Lathier.
Yeah. I'll look over at her and just. Right. So you made this for me. Okay. I'll give her a pat. And I'm going to take a quick sigh. I'm gonna look at it. Obviously I can't. And I'm just gonna down it.
It's a bit thicker than water, but not in a disgusting way. Like, it's not water, but again, you can't really taste it to...
Kind of like the consistency of like Ovaltine or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna down it because literally just because it was offered to me. I'm gonna down it.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, thank God I don't have to roll this at a disadvantage. Fuck.
As she starts finishing more, she can only really carry 2 at a time, 1 in each hand. She starts out with Ventura and Norvian. Then her second trip is Hero and Lathier. Ventura, Lathier, yours look a bit darker than Ganta's did.
Dirty 20 Constitution saving throw.
So far you feel fine.
I don't.
All right. It was delicious. Thank you. And I'm gonna go sit back down at the table.
She doesn't say
Right.
anything, but you see like the little happy head wiggle, and she's doing her little happy dancey dance as she's finishing up everything else.
All right. So, Novian,
Yes.
DM, anytime we were fighting his pike, did it phase in and out, or has Norvian just always carried it?
She carried it.
He's used Witch Bolt.
I've always carried it, but I have used some like basic magic before, like Witch Bolt,
Okay.
Magic Missile,
Gotcha. Okay.
Mage Hand, all the basic.
Just figuring out what I want to talk about. So, everyone at this table besides me can do magic. Like, how did it happen with you? Were you born with it, or did you learn it?
Okay, so
Maybe
I'm
it's-
gonna take
maybe it's
the
magic,
shot
or maybe it's
first.
Maybelline.
I'm gonna take the little drink. I'm going to look at Hero. I'm gonna say, I don't think even you can blame me for just chasing this one back. And I'm just gonna quickly
Just knock
drink it. It's a really kind of gritty, earthy texture, and you don't want me to roll anything for this, correct?
Because we talked about it and because you know what it is, I'd assume you've just let it
Okay.
happen.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I freaking love your cat, dude.
Appreciate it.
That
She's
cat
amazing.
is so adorable.
It's Miss Iris.
Oh.
Wait, did you
I
say
have to-
Iris?
Iris, yeah.
That's our
I
dog's
told you
name.
her name before.
That's all. No shit.
Remember
That's
that was
awesome.
That was something
Yeah.
me and you talked about when we worked together.
And I have
You-
horrid ADHD.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you
That comes
remember
with
that?
memory problems.
Yeah, gosh.
Yeah, I have
Gosh,
a-
why don't
I have
you
a
remember?
dark-
Jeez.
I have a dark gray cat.
ago.
I have a dark gray cat Sheba and a off-white cat Sapphire, and then a German Shepherd named Jade.
Wait a minute, you named your cat after your wife?
I didn't. My daughter did.
Your daughter named your cat after your wife?
She has named every animal: Sheba, Sapphire, Jade, Urza the turtle,
Oh,
and all kinds of fish.
Wait, Urza like Urza from MTG, or?
Fairy tale.
very good.
Okay, cool. I was like, let me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
my daughter
like,
loves fairy tale.
Is it like a red-eared turtle too?
I'm sorry.
Is it a red-eared turtle?
No, it's a box turtle.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Um,
turtle. They're cute.
Anyways, sorry. How were you able to do your magic?
All right. So after I drink the drink, Norvian has drank similar drinks to this before. It's just a general for him, kind of calming, relaxing, and taking the edge off a little, so he's a little more open to sharing things. So part
And I'm
of
assuming we're all like eating as everything is happening.
Just so that I can let you guys RP without interrupting as we go on. As these drinks start to affect you, not Norvian, that's the wrong one. Right next to Norvian, on my screen at least, Ventura and Lathier, yours are quite a bit stronger than the rest of the group. But
Just about to ask you if I needed to roll.
I will let you choose. This is something Spencer and I talked about, and I wanted to let Spencer explain it. So the fact that Ganta downed it immediately, I had to come up with something.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was gonna mess you up. I was just
you
playing
did.
Ganta. He was given something. He's gonna use it.
You're good.
How dare you play your character?
How dare you play your
Yeah.
character?
I'm sorry.
But it's very relaxing, like Spencer said. Spencer, I'm kind of letting you take the lead on this one because you know
yeah,
more
I
about
guess if you had too much, it could be sedating, but I don't think it's meant to be anything overly potent unless
It's- It basically helps you guys chill.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm not like high, but I'm just like.
You're actually relaxed
You're
for once in
vibing.
your goddamn
Gotcha.
life.
Oh boy. We'll
Why?
have to touch on that on another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what was it? Oh yeah, you asked. What was it that you asked, Hero? Oh, culinary school, and then how I got fire.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, is it more cats?
Oh.
Get screamed at.
Anyways, so how did you get your were you born with it? Did you train it with it? I feel like I'm asking the same question multiple times. I don't know. It's almost like a rib cage in the sky is influencing our dynamics. It's weird. How does it work for you?
It was part of the curriculum my family taught growing up.
Oh, okay.
We learned fighting, magic, anything that would be useful to leading, ruling, we learned. I'm more proficient as a fighter than with magic, but I have an understanding of the basics.
God, I feel so out of place.
How so?
I don't know anything about magic. I'm not magical. I'm not even a fighter.
So now the fake curse kicks back in for a second.
Oh no.
And Norvian, where is Norvian sitting at the table relative to Ganta?
Wherever you want. Ganta would have been probably not at the head of the table. He probably would have been at the corner of one of the corners because he would have been the last person to sit
You're
down.
a little bit away from me, so Norvian will use Mage Hand to just pat Ganta on the shoulder and say, "Well, you're the." He meant for it
You
to
were
be.
gonna say pat him on the thigh.
He meant for it to be reassuring, but royally.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Harley. I'm sure the audio in there's gonna be a night.
You're the one that's got to edit it.
You're the one that's got to edit it.
Oh god, no, editor chat has to edit it.
That's what I said. You're the one that's
editor
got to
Chad,
edit it.
not stupid dumbass Chad. Editor Chad's problem. This is future Chad's problem.
All right, so Norvian is going to be a little taken aback by that reaction he did not expect from it. Try to recover and then just say, well, I'm glad you're here. Anyway.
Was that you?
Yes.
Oh my god, mate. I just said I don't know anything about magic. And you use magic on me.
Oh, my.
To be fair, I've used magic on you too. And you're
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
still
the same.
remember that, mate.
Bar that, a bar that says Ganta will remember that pops up out of nowhere.
Oh, no. I got something better. Because I actually thought about this. I have this. I forgot I fucking have this. I have the wizard the wizard puppet that can do minor illusion 3 times.
Yes, it can.
And I'm gonna pop one out. So it's like, I'm gonna learn this and I'm gonna figure out a way one day. But until then, Ganta will remember this. Right above my head.
Well, if you make a deal with one of the owners of the restaurant you worked at, I'm sure they'd give you minor illusion, is it?
Well, speaking of which, well, one, I don't really know the owner that well. I've only just...
Seemed pretty cozy with him before.
Not really. Mr. Witch is not, to my knowledge, DM. He's not the owner.
Are we talking about the owners of the Witchlight Carnival or the owners of the Harlequin's Hearth?
The Hearth.
Mr. Witch is not the owner of the Harlequin's Hearth. He is a
He's just a patron.
He is a patron that holds favor with the owner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't actually know the owner. I've never met him, her, they. And Mr. Witch, he's not a he's not an owner of any kind. I would imagine he's probably got some ins and some outs, maybe, but I don't know anything about it. And I don't know if I have the aptitude to learn magic. It doesn't really seem in my purview. I've seen patrons and travelers and adventurers aplenty throughout my years, especially my time at the Hearth, casting spells and magic, and I don't understand it. I see it and I don't see how the runes make sense, or the circles, or just invisible things. I don't understand it. I don't think I will. which is
Not for
fine.
everyone.
It's not a bad thing. It's not for everybody, but I think everything that's happening with these dishes, I think that's the most I'll come to understand when it comes to magic.
Speaking of dishes, and I'm going to start doing prestidigitation on some of the dishes and stuff that you use to serve out. That way you don't have to be in there cleaning all night.
Yeah, see,
Or all day.
that would be Chef Tenebrand never let us, like, even there was some magic casters in the kitchen, like, he still never let us do anything.
Yeah, you don't want to get lazy, but you're not in a restaurant, so guess what?
Also-
Prestidigitation.
I'd also like to point out that from what you said, Tenebrand doesn't sound like the greatest person.
Chef Tenebrand is one of the most intellectual, precise, meticulous chefs I've on this plane of existence.
I feel like there's a butt coming.
No buts. You'll see, you don't even have to roll insight. You'll just see me kind of clench my hands.
Having an understanding of drama, Hero's just gonna leave it alone. Leave it at that.
Lather will not. He'll be like, "Are you sure?"
Lather forgot.
I just pulled in my headphone cable. I can't hear shit. Oh god, that was funny.
Lather's gonna go. I feel like you're hiding something. And he's gonna cast light and shine it directly in your face. What do you know? What are you not telling me?
Mate, okay, all right. So, every word I meant was true.
But
He just had his way of his own particular way of training and teaching that didn't.
are you covered in
It didn't
scars?
No, he's never laid a hand on me. No, in fact, no one's ever laid a hand on me until I met you guys.
Well, that's a lot
Is
less
it-
interesting. And Lather's
Is it-
gonna turn around and walk out of the hut.
You know, I don't think anybody here has laid a hand on you. I mean, a couple people have laid magic on you, but
Besides,
that's
yeah,
about it.
Yeah, well, that's kind of close enough. Yeah.
And as this is happening, as those drinks really kind of settle in, Ganta, you begin to physically change. You are no longer handsome Squidward. You're regular Ganta.
Now
Norvian,
Spencer's not gonna love me anymore.
Am I
Norvian,
losing my beads?
you feel this weird, almost compulsive need to be incredibly lustful, but also the center of attention at all points in time. Because that's how, honestly, that's how all kind of main characters in romance novels are. You feel this weird compulsion, like, what the fuck are you even doing? Like, why are you acting like this? This is not who you are. You like having friends, but this is a little weird. As you start to feel more like yourself again.
Okay, so I'm going to immediately look down at those recipes I transcribed with the little hearts on the eyes and just shake my head and look like really kind of ashamed.
It's like,
Before we get too far, Norvian, I hate to ask, and I don't want to sound prudish. Were you able to finish those transcriptions for me?
Yes. They're going to look a bit strange, but that's
Just my handwriting.
No, you can't read the native language they are in, so I assure you they are transcribed exactly in their form. So anything that is on these was on the originals.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. May I?
Yes.
And I'll just immediately look at the first one, and it's just like kind of like a insert stew or soup recipe, and it's like 2 bottles Guinness, extra stout, 2 cups low sodium chicken stock, 3 packets unflavored gelatin, and then that The eye in the gelatin has like a little heart thing.
Yeah.
Kind of just
Every single lowercase I has a heart over the top of it.
and remind me, these were in Sylvan?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody... What language was this in Novian?
Sylvan, which I think I might be the only.
Uh,
Nobody else needs.
Lather.
Nobody needs to check my work.
Yeah, I also read Sylvan.
Does anybody else speak Sylvan?
Lather's outside of the hut, so he can't hear you.
Yeah. Do any of you...
I'll be like, what you got?
Just from my knowledge, can you make out some of these... can you make out some of these little mannerisms in the language, just to teach me a little bit?
Well, they're a very loving.
And I'll hand him the Sylvan copy, and then Norian's copy.
Look at them. You can see my eyebrows raise a little bit. Check
Do
it
they,
out.
do they read the same?
Yeah, they're the same. There's nothing fishy about it at all.
All right, right. Well, I apologize, Novian, for second guessing you. I don't really have anything else to say to that, but I apologize.
Oh well, you're a great chef, so no hard feelings.
And then I'm gonna lean over to Norvian. Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate that.
Norvian's sitting over there just sweating fucking bullets.
So when I take the chest back, does it still feel heavy?
Never stopped feeling heavy.
Okay.
Actually, as you look in the bottom of it, because you've pulled all of the cards out.
Yeah.
You can see something small, metal, and circular.
You know what? I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna kind of sort through the cards a little bit and say, there's actually a lot of great detail here, Novian. Thank you. Start going through them, and then I'll open up the chest, or because I imagine it's kind of like a jewelry box kind of size thing, yeah.
Like a recipe box, yeah.
Yep. And I'll open it up, and then I see it. It's like, I'll put the cards down for just a second, and what is that? And I'll say that out loud, and I'll pull it out.
Size and weight of a pocket watch.
Okay. Okay, what did you say it was?
I didn't.
No, I'm saying the description, or never mind. You did say that. You said it was flat though.
It's circular. It's
Circular,
metal.
That's what I was thinking about.
And it's about the size and weight of a pocket watch.
Okay. What in the world? And everybody can see it. I'm holding it out. Do I know what it is?
Have you investigated it?
Have you told me to investigate it, DM? Oh, actually not bad. Even with disadvantage, because I still haven't rested yet. 17.
17. It's either a pocket watch or a compass.
Okay.
And as you click the button that flips it open, it is a compass. But it doesn't have the cardinal directions on it. It has names of places in hither.
What are the names?
You have Downfall, Slanty Tower, just, some of this stuff you've run into, some of this stuff you haven't. Downfall, Slanty Tower, Telemy Hill. I'd have to look at the map because I can't do this off the top of my head.
Okay. Oh, we can get to that. That's fine.
Harley, you're not gonna get this, but most other people here will. Did you just give Sanji a log pose?
God dang it!
Yeah.
I'm not Sanji.
Yeah.
Are
He
you
kind of did.
I mean, it's a log pose. Let's be fair.
okay? And we're gonna be fair. We're gonna be fair here. I haven't seen that far into One Piece, so whatever I did was not on purpose.
Oh no, not at all. But it is So log poses are basically compass that point to a specific island and not cardinal directions.
Then yes, that's exactly what I did.
Getting pretty close to some copyright infringement, I feel like.
But-
Yep, I'm scrapping this character. Nope, just go ahead and kill me now, Lee. Here.
The one thing
Shatter.
the one thing you do notice, and this is something I planned before you opened your goddamn mouth, John. It's weird. The arrows are stationary. They're each of the I just double checked. Brigand's Tollway, Queen's Way, Palace of Heart's Desire,
That sounds important.
Telemy Hill, Downfall, Soggy Court, Slanty Tower, if I forgot to mention it. Each of these are on their own moving circle. The one labeled Brigand's Tollway is just going in a goddamn circle. Everything else is the names are, off in different directions.
Because we're not on the Brigand's Tollway.
You are
We
on
are.
the Brigand's Tollway.
Oh, on the Brigand's Tollway. Okay, I was thinking about this, the stump and Brigand's Tollway, two different things.
That's
Um,
it's the big stump in the middle of the Brigand's Tollway.
Gotcha. Okay. So Chad probably knows, but not Ganta.
Hey,
I don't know. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit, and I'll just set it down. You're all the magic casters, and you know all this stuff way more than I do. What
I've got
is?
detect magic on it, or Eldritch Sight.
What it do?
What'd it do?
I think it's just compass.
Are you sure it's not a log pose? Because I feel like I'm getting copywritten.
Hero's gonna go over and pick it up and just look and be like, okay, well, we've heard of the Soggy Court. I'm guessing Slanty Tower is,
Where the snakes were.
yeah.
Where the Televar was.
I mean, has that tower always been slanted, or did it get the name later and then this was not important?
I don't know. I saw the tower and I just got a really bad craving for pizza. That's a stretch. I miss Phil.
Yeah, fucking.
Wah,
I know
wah.
where
Speaking
you
of,
can't
I heard
help.
from him. He's done with work, but he's 2 hours from home at this point, so he's probably not making it.
What a wiener! Anyways,
I know, the one time that you guys start to feel romantic.
trust me, we've been texting. He knows what I'm about. He knows.
Texting or sexting?
I think
Yes,
Yes.
there's a difference.
Anyways, roleplay.
Which
Hero-
incidentally
yeah,
is what
plenty
they
of
did
that
last
too.
night.
Mhm.
Nate and me, same page.
John just
DM should be on a
"Nay,
fucking
please
page of the
say
game."
the words.
No. Hero's gonna turn slightly and see if the arrows point and, like, turn the opposite way of what
The
he's thinking, be
arrows
like,
don't turn, the circles do. The arrows
Okay.
are stationary, the circles with the names are what move.
Okay, cool. The circles are gonna move and it's still gonna be pointing in the direction. It's like, oh, I guess this could come in handy.
Right. Well, I'm gonna leave this to one of you magic casters. You have a fairly better grasp than I do.
Should we tell him it's just mechanical?
What were we saying? I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Yeah. Right then. You muted.
You're muted, Lathier.
Later.
I imagine you were being sassy, but you're muted.
Stop. No. Well,
so-
while we're finishing up, I'll give him the compass. Like, have fun with this. Freaks me out.
magical compass.
Yep. Ventura, mate. I'm fairly certain I understand how your magic works. but I'm still. I mean, I'll point directly at the mass charm. That still I don't understand, and I could do it.
It's magic, baby.
Please don't let it be another answer like it is the Feywild.
Well, it is the Feywild.
God damn it!
I'm gonna look over to Ganta and just be like, so seriously, you have no scars.
None.
Lathier, is the magic that is doing the dishes still going?
No, it's already done.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over at.
Why would you think
I'm
that
gonna
I would have scars?
1 second. I'm gonna look over at the other three. Hey, like Lathier, Norvian, Zool, like you guys have scars, right?
Not really.
But I can see.
Missy, Hero's face.
I mean, I got hit with the arrows a couple of times fighting those brigands, but it's a scab at the moment. I might end up with a scar after that.
I mean, if it helps, I have a couple of small little ones on my finger from cutting myself in the kitchen, or maybe burning myself.
You're just gonna see Hero's face, just like contemplating, just multiple thoughts racing through his head at one time, just like, okay, and he's just gonna kind of drop the conversation and move over to the side.
Do you have? Is scars important to you? Is it like telling a story?
Thought it was normal.
Well, I wouldn't say it's not normal. It's definitely situational. Adventurers come into the Hearth all the time, and some of them missing limbs, fingers, cuts across their faces. I would imagine it's pretty normal for adventurers.
Typically what happens when a wound heals.
Hero.
I mean, you've been a fighter for many years. I would imagine you probably have a scar too.
Because of the because of the effects of the drink that I guess we're all that we are all under, being a little bit more chill. I don't know.
Very light weed.
Yeah. Hero's going to lower just the top part of his like battle robes off, and you're gonna see large and small scars covering his chest, his back, his arms. Just almost almost looks like at one point or another or multiple times over his existence he's been mangled.
I stand up immediately.
So like big ones crossing his chest, little ones across his abdomen, his arms. Couple large ones going down his back, some that look like claw marks. Just looks like he got ripped to shit. And he just kind of pauses for a moment.
Mate, you didn't have to do that.
This is my normal.
When I said it was normal, yeah, no, cat.
Yeah.
When I said it was normal for adventurers, I didn't mean.
He's gonna slowly put his robe back on, and just no words can explain the thoughts going through his head right now. So he's gonna kind of try to separate himself from the conversation.
I'll sit down and mumble to myself, like, I'm starting to regret this whole getting to know each other thing a bit.
Hero, if you don't mind me asking, I mean, you know, it's not unusual for people who are a little more physical to achieve scars. And it's definitely not unusual for people who dealt with hardship to achieve scars. I mean, and from what you said earlier, you had a relatively happy but difficult upbringing, your scars are not anything to be ashamed of. If anything, they tell an interesting story. I mean, my lack of scars is mainly just due to magical healing I've received during my time wandering the Feywilds.
Hero's gonna let out just a drawn out, like, deep exhale. I'd be more proud all of these were monsters.
I mean, we can go kill and eat the people who did that to you.
Lathier has one solution.
Eat.
Kill and eat.
If I can kill it, I can eat it. That's the rules.
If it
You'll
bleeds,
Look, man,
I eat.
you eat when you can, and you eat what you can
Yeah.
when you live out in the wilds, especially the Feywilds.
Yeah.
Sentient or not, it's meat.
You'll see Ganta kind of close his hands and toss thing, and as soon as you mention not all scars were from, tries his best to lock eyes with you.
No, it's all right.
Lather's gonna walk up to you, put their hand on your shoulder, and go, "Look, shatter works on multiple materials. The skull being one of them. Have you ever seen what it does to a human skull? It is pretty cool."
No, can't say I've seen what it does to a human skull.
Next time we deal with somebody messing with us, I'll show you.
Trust me, it hurts.
Oh, wait till it's point blank, directed directly at your head. Talk about a splitting headache.
I thought it was. You mean it wasn't?
No, you were
I was
what's
holding the
called,
doll when you shot me.
Yeah, it's fine. You were what's called collateral damage, is what
Yeah,
the humans like to call it.
Yep, I'm seeing myself on the totem pole. I feel you. All right, cool. Thanks, mate.
Hero's
Look,
gonna.
you're our friend and our cook, and therefore you are probably one of the most important people on this team. You keep us fed, we keep you alive.
Yeah,
That's how this works.
Agreed to disagree, but all right.
Hero's
I
gonna
will
laugh
kick
to
you.
himself hearing the argument between these two.
I will slut you, friend. Comedy for chat. I don't say that.
Whoa.
Hero's gonna laugh to himself hearing the arguments and just look up and just be like, "That I don't think the power these people hold is not magical and it's not strength. No matter how much we try to do anything to them, I think will end up working for us. Plus, we'd have to get back to the material plane event to do this in the first.
It's gonna happen one day, mate.
That's the easy part. There's portals back to the material plane everywhere. The
Yeah,
Feywild.
but killing noblemen is not.
That's why you do it sneakily. We'll just throw them in Phil's fanny pack, smuggle them out of wherever they are, and then when we get to a secluded spot, I have a spear and 2 daggers.
No,
They likely, if they're noble men, they have at least 2 targets that are valuable to them.
I feel like you've more thought into this than you should have.
Hero.
No, he's not wrong. Assassinations of nobility are quite common. Be relatively easy to plant it off as politically motivated.
Hero?
Hearing
Oh, go ahead,
Norvian
sorry.
speak, the temperature is going to spike for a second and then cool back down. Hero mentally is just trying to remind himself that Norvian has not proven to be as shitty as the other nobles he's dealt with.
Hero, if you don't mind me asking, did the nobles do that to you? Well, at least some of them.
Remember when we rode that terrible roller coaster back in the carnival?
Yeah.
Do you remember what I saw, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a fear that was a memory. It was not.
I think all of ours were memories, because everything you saw with Tannerbrand is why he never needed to lay his hands on us.
No, not all memories.
Yeah,
I feel like I missed out on a valuable team building exercise, and I'm a little sad.
You were too busy being a CEO.
It was not a. It was not a team building exercise per se.
It's a roller coaster of trauma.
Unless trauma dumping is team building.
Trauma bonding is team building.
Trauma bonding.
Where's Dad when you need him?
I never knew my father.
Here's a shovel. Go bury your feelings.
Jesus. All right, Azul. Father.
No, here it's gonna be like it's not a story for today.
That's fine.
Might I ask one thing?
Can't promise I'll answer.
That's fair. Could you tell me a name? Keep your secrets, mate.
Don't know the name.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Here's a reason. 16. Do I believe you?
I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
I just wanted to protect people. I've gone to different countries and towns, and my grandfather had warned me that he stayed in those small villages because of how people acted, and I thought things might have changed. And the world hasn't changed enough. Somebody like me to be a hero. I
Is hero the name that your parents gave you?
no.
It's the title he wants to earn for himself.
Yeah.
I think you're doing a bang up job of it so far.
Thank you. Genasi is part of becoming an adult in the eyes of your elders. It's picking a name that is representative of who you want to be. The name you're born with is not the name you keep when reaching adulthood. And I wanted to be a hero.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm not Mr. Phil. I don't have crazy words of inspiration and guidance. Just honestly, the only thing I can really say is everything that I've seen from you so far, mate. I have no doubt in my mind that that's what you're gonna be.
This is what I understand. I understand saving people and fighting monsters and deadly killing things. The scars and everything are parts of what I carry from just who I want to be. You all is what I don't understand.
What do you mean?
I don't understand camaraderie. I don't understand family or bonds or any of that. Hopefully, I have no doubt that I'm going to be a hero one day. I just don't think I'll understand people well enough for somebody to want to carry that name, to carry anything on after my hero work is done.
Where's Phil? He's so much better at this than I'll ever be.
There's nothing that needs fixed right now, Ganta. For role-playing reasons, right now, hero, like the childish, the angsty teenager, all of that has been seen for a lot of what's been going on. He's just one from his face. Hero almost has the air of, like at the end of last episode when talking to Ganta, like he has this air of maturity that is well beyond his years, where he almost has a similar aura to Bill in this moment, because it's something that he embodies as a person. Not just, and he'll sigh, he'll take another deep breath and just go and look at the party and be like, bad things are gonna happen no matter what, whether we do anything or not. I have devoted my life to doing something about it and trying to mitigate it. And as much as the fame and the glory that I see these human adventurers gain over time, and I would love to hold on to that, and I hope, I want the people to cheer my name. I don't need pats on the back or words of encouragement. Just do what I know to do, which is help those who need help. So I'm okay.
Well, then how about let's finish our meal and let's get a rest. Because we gotta go and find Mr. Phil, and maybe somebody will witness something for you and they'll make a song about you.
Let's go ahead and take a quick break. Yeah.
And we're back. We had to take a quick break.
Quick break, that is okay. Shit, I meant to give Norvian a quick recap. That's fine, I'll just do it now. Basically, what do you remember?
Oh, what do I remember?
From when we came back from break the last time. Okay, quick recap. So the party looked at what it...
Edit the math with all the formulas going behind my head.
The same look on my face when Nate threw me a fucking ball in Pixie Kingdom. I get it. I've been there. So Click Clack had spent the entire time meticulously organizing and labeling.
Actually, yeah, the last time she said that she didn't cook, so she helped clean, and that was the last thing, I think.
And Ganta, when he closed the
I put my recipe stuff in the pantry.
Okay.
Put it up, he organized it. Like she labeled, there's like 37 containers of water, and each one of them is labeled water.
Yes.
And as he closed,
that is the last thing I heard, I think.
As he closed the pantry door, you can see with the rest of the cutlery is Chef Gordon's knife.
Okay.
Click Clack has been bribed. They're making cookies.
Okay.
Hira made a comment about getting vengeance. Ganta acknowledged it. Sparks came out of his mouth. Reasons.
Then
you guys don't know yet.
Arguments about what a bullywug technically is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We were discussing that bullywugs are frog-like creatures, and Hero brought up like, oh fuck, is that what Phil's after? That's where we're
Just
at.
for your, because I know
Okay,
you probably
perfect.
don't know what they look like, but Norvian wood. This is a bully.
Okay.
Oh, side note, DM, I taught myself how to in still images and overlays for the editing. So you could just tell me to put in a picture of a bullywug.
Okay.
But we gotta see it.
Yep. I wish I could have done it with not Tenebrand, Televar, Mr. Witch, Mr. Light. It's like, oh, I could just do this because I taught myself how to do it with my portrait.
Oh, nice. Technically, I can do that from my side too on the recording. I just turn the visibility on and off.
Nope, I'm the editor.
Okay. If you wanted to make your editing life easier, I could do it.
Yep, I'm the editor. You're the DM and publisher.
Chad says
Don't
no.
take away my job. It's the one thing I look forward to.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting really hungry, so.
So
Click
I
clack
am
is-
making cookies.
Click Clack is bustling around trying to do what she feels she was told to do and is trying to like clean up the table. She's not very big, so she's having to take a lot of trips.
Lather is helping her.
Okay.
Because he's not going to let her just struggle by herself.
For the next in-game 10-15 minutes, Ganta's going to be just working on the cookies since the oven is still on.
I'm gonna peek around and be like, so, Norvian, what was... Why are the recipes like that?
Yeah, so, you know the baker's nonsense we've all been caught up in?
Yeah, we're all subject to it.
So, combine Ganta being just too handsome with me thinking that I was a main character in a romance novel, and I think you can figure out the
I'm putting
two of those kind
Yeah,
of.
I'm putting the two together now.
Yes, well, I appreciate you having my back there,
Yeah.
because that would have been awkward to explain.
Alright. It's fair.
Appreciate it.
About 10 more minutes, little one.
Yeah.
As things get cleaned up and we, people start moving towards Ganta, I would like you to make a deception check against anyone who's been watching Ganta.
I've been keeping an eye out, so should I make an insider perception?
It depends on whether you're intentionally trying to see it or not.
Ever since I found out that he's been kind of like starving himself, I'm kind of keeping an eye on him, and then with Hero kind of expressing his trauma, I'm keeping an eye on him as well. I feel like I gotta keep an eye on like the younger members of the party.
Hero just kind of keeps an eye on the party naturally. Just he's very wary person. There we go.
Basically, you're all looking to see, and Click Clack got a 17, by the way. If Ganta is able to hide his need to take a nap. Like, as he's baking
I got a
these
16.
cookies, how well is his head staying up? How well...
I got a 21.
You all beat me. I rolled a 15. Oh, I take it back. Sorry, 7.
Oh, I rolled an 11.
Because I'm still rolling at disadvantage, baby.
Ganta, sleep. No.
Ganta, baby, here, come nuzzle into my chest. Relax.
Set your hair on fire. Yeah,
you can. anybody that kind of like walks by as I'm like finishing up the cookies and whatnot, you can just see bags under my eyes. Like I've got color back, but there's just bags.
Hero's
Mr.
gonna.
Ganta. Okay.
Yeah. What's going
sorry.
on, Alethea? Gentlemen? What?
Please go take a rest. I can finish up cookies. I know how to make that much.
Are you sure? It's kind of the reason you guys told me to eat was because you wanted me to take care of myself to be your chef. It's kind of hard for me to be the chef if I'm not cooking.
You're a member of this team. Be first, our chef, way in the last. Go take a nap.
I look over at Norvi and Ventura, excuse me. It's like, you look at Click Clack. It's like, are you okay with Miss Alethea finishing up my meal for you? Or
Yes.
snack for you?
Of course we are. You won't be any good to any of us if you're not good to yourself first. So take care of yourself.
Well, yeah, I want my friends to be well rested.
Oh well. Kind of feel outvoted here, but actually I could go for a nap. Honestly, we've been going back to back for a while. I'm surprised none of you guys are just crashing out.
Get used to it.
Lady's gonna kind of pull you closer and be like, "You need to stop starving yourself. If I catch you doing it again, I'm gonna break your jaw and then fix it."
Jesus.
But didn't I just sat down and ate with you all?
I understand. That's gonna be the regular from now on, is you eat with us every time.
Eat
I
dinner.
will
You'll
cut
see
off your
it.
hands.
you'll see like this reluctant expression. I really don't know have a better way of explaining it. You'll see this little reluctant kind of like fuck.
He's trying to
And
figure
then-
out a way out of it.
Yeah, kinda. He's not trying to figure out a way out of it. It's just a weird process of acceptance that he's not
Okay.
able to accept for the audience.
Didn't they teach you in school that you have to take care of yourself first?
It's okay, we got this.
Click Clack will climb into the sink because she can wash the dishes faster if she's on the dishes level.
I specifically made sure that there was plenty of room for her to get in because of what happened. So when she jumps in, it's like a little mini pool.
Oh, she's having a fucking blast. She's loving every minute of this.
And it's been heated. Dude, this Chad remembers this shit, man.
Ganta remembers.
Yeah.
Ganta will remember.
Chad, dumbass. Ganta, fucking genius.
Oh, well-
but, you have a point. I am tired. It's. I haven't had anybody tell me they need me to do something other than work since before school. So
People
you'll
are
have
stupid, so
you have to bear with me while I recalibrate.
those people are stupid. Trust your elders. I've taken shits older than you.
You'll see like because you're still like holding on to me and you're sort of like face to face.
Yeah.
Your face gets really, really cold,
Be like,
and you'll see like this little, you'll see like the little like a cold shimmer. Think Todoroki from My Hero. This little cold
that
ambient.
little gust of breath.
Yeah, that little gust of breath come out of the side of my mouth, and it's fucking chilly to your face, and bring it right back in.
That's a pretty cool trick. Go to bed.
It's not a trick, but I will I will do such.
I'm gonna let you go and pat you on the back of your head and go, it's all good, we got this, buddy.
I'm just gonna look around at everybody one last time, kind of see everyone staring at me like I'm the center of attention. Ganta doesn't like it.
But Quack is wholeheartedly wrapped up in the dishes, but she's actively trying to do things to help Ganta.
I'll walk over to Click Clack, and I know she's like splashing and having a good time. It's like, I think from now on, before the dome goes away, we're gonna have a little tradition, and we're gonna say thanks to Gordon.
One of the few friends
He's about
that I had.
He's about to feed us for a very long time. And I'll walk over and I'll tap the knife.
I'll look over at Morpheus. Did we bring Gordon's meat with us?
I didn't even say that.
I think so.
Not food.
Fish are friends, not food.
I'm gonna be like, I'm pretty sure I helped bury him.
I think it's a symbolic thing.
Humans
I'll
are weird.
walk,
I don't get them sometimes.
I'll walk by everybody and I see everyone either still finicking with the last bit of their meal or packing everything up. I'll walk over to Hero off to the side. As I sit, and I'll like put my hand on her shoulder and I'll kind of like lean in. I said before, I'm not Phil. But sometimes the scars that you can see are better than the ones you can't see. And I'll tap him on the shoulder twice and grab a chair and pull up my bedroll, and about 20 seconds into me sitting down, I am out.
Just gone.
Like mouth agape and
the entire time Hero was playing with this little plastic mask that he has.
and I'm gonna mute so I don't, because I'm asleep, so I'm gonna mute.
And he's just gonna look over at Ganta and put the mask on his face to try to block out some of the light, and also go to sleep because he did not sleep the night before.
As the calm settles over this tiny hut, most of you are still feeling the effects of the relaxation drink that Click Clack made you. As she chirps and she scrubs and she tries to clean up. It seems to be one of the rare moments of peace that you're able to find in the Feywild. And that is where we will end our session.
Very cool.
Woo!